Good afternoon, everybody, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world right now. Don't panic yet. It's here, Marnik, but we're not starting. We're starting at 3, so we have 2 to 3 more minutes. So if you're now and you're like, Marnik, I still have to finish my Netflix show. I still have to do some coding, go to the toilet or get a quick coffee or tea or whatever you're drinking right now. It's okay. 2 to 3 more minutes at 3 sharp. We're going to kick off this OpenSlava 2021. And if you're already watching, because people are currently pouring in, going to the platform, also people watching on YouTube and Facebook, but I'm going to dive in that later when we officially started. Let me know that you're there. So I can also check, of course, we did some testing, we're professionals, but I can also check if the chat is working. So let me know real quick if you hear me and if you're pumped, if you're excited to be here. So leave it in the chat if you're in the platform. If you're on YouTube, on Facebook, I probably won't see it. But for all the people in the VSF, the virtual show floor, the beautiful surrounding, if you're there, you can use the chat for stage 1. And if you put it there, you can let me know, Marnik, I'm here. I'm super excited. And to make it easy, you can just put a number. Just put a number 1 to 10, how pumped up you are to be in this new OpenSlava. And like I said, in the meantime, I know that the chat is working. Let's see. If I look on the right, it's not that I'm not interested in what you're doing, but it's just I have this big monitor right here with all the chat coming in. Sometimes I might wait during the conference because there's a slight delay, 23 to 30 seconds. So I might stare a bit awkwardly at the chat, waiting for the answers coming in. But that you know up front that everything normally goes smooth. So if you're doing that, let me know. We'll probably come in and we're going to start, if I'm looking at the timing, in 1 more minute. If you have no clue, who is this man on my screen? Why is he coming all the way from Belgium? I will introduce myself in a second, but I'm still Marnik for the loyal OpenSlava people. They're like, hey, it's Marnik again, because it's the 5th year that I've been doing this, and I'm super excited to host it again. If I'm looking down, I'm looking at my backstage crew, so make sure that we can make this as smooth as possible. I also have a backstage screen that you can't see, but there I also see the first speakers coming in, prepping themselves. It's online, but you know how it was last year if you were there. People are excited, they're pumped, they give their best, they dressed up for the occasion. So I'm really happy to be able to introduce them. So like I said, if you're just joining, I'm just warming you up. We're going to start in a second. If you want to let me know how pumped you are, scale 1 to 10, and put it in the chat, and it will come into stage 1. If you're still figuring out how do I use all this stuff, I'll explain it in a second. But normally, if you registered, everything will be in your mail. Now, I think I'm looking at the timing. It's 3. Let's be sharp on this one. So the only thing I can say is, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? So let's get the show on the road. Welcome back. So now it's official. I'm Marnik Vandenbroek. If you just joined, I did a quick warm-up right now. Welcome to OpenSlava 2021. This is the 9th edition. So next year, we still have to do this year. We just started, but next year it's a 10th year anniversary. So we'll be big and fireworks and dancers and things all going all over the place. But I'm already having some sort of anniversary because this is already, and time flies when you're having fun. This is already my 5th time that I'm hosting it. So if you're known to this, I'm Marnik Vandenbroek. If you're new and this is your first OpenSlava, super welcome. I will be your host. I will guide you through these 3 amazing afternoons. And if you look at your program, the 3 afternoons, they're going to be a bit different. They're all going to be around digital technology, making business work, innovation. Of course, that's OpenSlava. But you will see this first day will be around business, combining it with technology. Now, you might be into coding and like, oh, this first day is not for me. It is, because it's not just about coding, it's not just about technology at OpenSlava, but you also have to get the projects, you also have to get people on board, employees, board members, because if you want to make great things and innovate, you got to get people along and see the bigger scope. And that's what this day is about, combining that mindset together with the tech. So we got beautiful speakers coming in. We have a panel discussion, which was really popular last year. So you will see today business and tech Tomorrow, it will be 2 streams, will be different, 2 streams. We're going to dive right into the tech. We're going to do coding. You will see people from Amazon, from Google. We're going to do everything live, all the things you love. And then the third day, we will have everything digital. And you will also see that tomorrow there will be a second host for the second stream. I'm also looking forward to that person. He's a local stand-up comedian, famous blogger, vlogger. His name is Jan Gordulik, and he will be joining us tomorrow. Today, you have to do it with Marnik. And a big topic you will see throughout the program is cloud. Now, there will be a lot of talk about cloud, and we're going to be with our heads in the cloud. I'm going to talk about rain. It's going to be an entire weather forecast. But the cool thing is we have so many known names in there giving their best. Like we have Koen Schelfout, we have Mary Hamilton, Rick Clark. We have people that worked on Game of Thrones. Like I said, Google, Amazon, big names ready for you to rock, and all made possible, of course, by Accenture, loyal partners, Red Hat, Siemens, Google Cloud, Takeda, JetBrains, Robimi.it, and Google Development experts, all making these 3 afternoons possible. So I'm also looking forward. And like I said in the small intro, if you're now, you heard me talking about the chat, if you're now on YouTube, Facebook, also a big hello to you, more than welcome. But if you after a while see, how come these people are interacting with the speakers? How come they get to ask questions? How come they get to enter competitions, win Nintendo Switches, free licenses to certain programs? How is it all possible? Well, that's all possible in what I like to call the VSF, the virtual show floor. It's where it's all happening. So if you're like, I'm not there yet, go to openslava.sk. You can still register. There's like, I think, a 30-minute delay. For the people that registered on there, you have all the login credentials to get there. And it's a virtual floor where you can walk around with your avatar, interact with our partners, with people that have their booths there. You can ask questions. Tomorrow you can network. So if you want this OpenSlava experience to be so much more, you can go there, openslava.sk. And if you're already there, great. Then you see my head on a big screen in the room while you're holding your cocktail drink with your avatar, and I hope you're enjoying yourself. So I'll come back to that and repeat how you're going to get there. If you have questions, put them in the chat and there will be someone to help you. Or if you're in the program or in the virtual floor and you have no clue what to do, just ask the avatar and they will help you. But like I said, we will have chat, exhibition. You can gather badges, which you can claim after a while. Big thing with the badges, I'm gonna say this up front. If you collect in the virtual show floor, if you collect the badges and you click claim reward, there will be some sort of fireworks and you'll be very happy. And it will be like, yes, you got your award. But that doesn't mean that you won the Nintendo Switch. Just to be clear, that means you entered the lottery to be able to win possibly the Nintendo Switch. I just want to make that sure before I have a chat full of people saying like, hey, 700 people won the Nintendo. It's an important point to know. But if you want to join, go to the virtual show for openslava.sk and we'll tell you all about it. But looking at the timing, there's a lot of practicalities. And no worry if you miss some stuff and you're still getting settled in or you're still working, you have the stream open, just relax, sit back. This is for you to add value. And I'm looking backstage, and for the people that know OpenSlava, know that it wouldn't be an OpenSlava if we didn't have this man opening the conference. And you get to know him. And if you look him up on LinkedIn, I always say it's James Bond. You could easily mistake him for James Bond. But we know he's the country manager. I already see him smiling. We know he's the country manager for Accenture, Slovakia, and Hungary. He's an amazing, amazing guy. You're going to love it. And he's going to do the official welcome of this OpenSlava 2021. So, Tomáš Volek, are you ready? I see you nodding. So take it away. The stage is yours, ladies and gentlemen, for the official opening of OpenSlava 2021. Tomáš Volek.
Thank you, Marnik, and hello, everybody. My name is Tomáš Volek, Accenture Country Managing Director for Slovakia and Hungary. And I am pleased to welcome you to the virtual OpenSlava 2021, the Accenture annual conference on emerging technologies and open source. When we organized the first OpenSlava 9 years ago, we could only wish to build such a great community of extraordinary people from Slovakia and abroad. I mean, all of you, thanks for coming again. It will be almost 2 years since we witnessed how leveraging new technologies can help business to remain resilient during the uncertain times. it's become clear that there is no leadership without technology leadership. That makes our conference focusing on the latest technology trends even more relevant. Those who were able to quickly adapt to changes had something in common. They were digital, embraced cloud in more significant ways, and could count on their employees. And therefore, I would like to thank to our more than 2,000 talented people in Slovakia for their hard work and dedication. We would not be able to deliver on the promise of technology without their human ingenuity. And before we dive into the topics and exciting technologies which we have prepared for you this year, I'd like to highlight our Accenture truly extraordinary year again. Of course, it was reflected in our recently announced financial results. It was 11% growth of our revenues, reaching now 50 billion USD. Achieving profitable growth while investing for the future at a higher level than ever before, especially in acquisitions, research and development, and trainings of our people. And with 20% increase in sales, we are well positioned for the future, also for the new fiscal year 2022. But the past fiscal year was special not only because of our financial results. We also welcomed approximately 118,000 new colleagues in our Accenture family globally. While here, our Advanced Technology Center in Slovakia grew by more than 30%. And finally, I want to highlight cloud again, which is together with digital transformation, driving momentum in our business. After investing in cloud for a decade, we saw that the pandemic would dramatically accelerate our clients' move to the cloud. What was innovation yesterday is a business must today. It is therefore no surprise that this year OpenSlava will, among other technologies, focus on cloud. But more specifically, what is next? We are honored to have without Koen Scheffold, who is Accenture Europe Cloud First Lead with keynote presentation on the future of cloud. And as said, this year OpenSlava is hosting you on a new virtual show floor online platform developed by Accenture Liquid Studios, including my colleagues from Slovakia. Thanks to first-person navigation in a 3D environment, you can make connections with people almost like in a real world. Try it during the networking sessions. The platform is designed to work seamlessly in a web browser, and with no surprise, it runs on a cloud. So enjoy, make sure you get maximum from our inspirational speaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tomáš. And now the crowd goes wild in the chat. Like, of course, like I said last year, we're in this virtual environment. That doesn't mean that you can go wild and use emojis in the chat in the virtual show floor. So if you like the introduction, you're like, Tomáš, I'm just as excited as you for talking about cloud and all the other stuff that we're going to do in the next 3 half days. Let you know in the chat. Now, people might be thinking, Marnik, you asked us some stuff in the chat. Why aren't you responding to us? What is this? You asked us a question and you ignore us. We're having a larger delay with the chat, but I now see it coming in. So I wasn't ignoring you. I was just waiting for it to pop up, but we'll sort this out. Tomáš, before we go, of course, to Koen, the keynote speaker, just a quick questions for you. We have a beautiful program, 3 full half days, evenings, if I can call it. There's a lot, like I said, beautiful names in the industry on there that are going to deep dive, talking business, digital, tech, coding, cloud, you name it. What is for you? Of course, you're going to like everything because you organize it together with the team. But what is the thing that you personally look forward to or would recommend to the audience watching right now?
There are at least 2 very interesting topics which I would like to see. There is one about the future of AI and how it is going to influence us, right? And also there is one important one about the future of the IT, of what the leaders need to decide today. So, those will be my favorite. They are on the 3rd day. So, but again, as you said, the content is very interesting, and I really miss that we have the 2 sessions in parallel because I would need to switch or run on 2 screens.
Yeah, but maybe if there's a robot version of you, you can do both. So I remember AI on the last day, where that's going, and future leaders, and that brings me to my second question. Last year, I heard someone in the panel say the World Health Organization sped up the digitalization or the digital transformation in businesses worldwide. Now we're even a year further. You're talking about leaders working with people, making sure we can keep up with the innovation. How did, if I was informed correctly, how did Accenture tackle that? How did you change your way of working for the current environment?
Now in Accenture, we have really a hybrid model. No? So it's not anymore about the offices. For example, in Slovakia, we have in technology 1,500 people. And if you ask me how many is in Bratislava, it is less than 1,000. Yeah. We are now in every small village, where the talent is located. So now we can go really after the people and enable employment to anybody, because we are not anymore focused on a single place. So that's one of the major changes, which I really like.
Nice, good to hear. Cool. I would continue the discussion, but I'm looking at the time and we have to move forward, of course, with the program. I want to thank you again for opening and organizing together with the whole team and making this OpenSlava 2021 possible. Hope you can enjoy, of course, the last day that you're looking forward to, but the whole program, and hope to digitally bump into you in the chat and enjoy it yourself. Thank you so much, Tomáš Volek. Give a round of applause. Thank you, Tomáš, in the chat if you liked it. And now we officially kicked off this OpenSlava 2021. Let me take a quick look into the chat. Let's see what is coming. Yep, I see Fran Perez asking a while back, of course, is the chat Marnik was talking about, is this right? You are in the right chat, so that's good. It's the stage 1 chat. So like I said, if you're in the VSF, let's dive down to VSF, virtual show floor of Accenture, the beautiful 3D environment that Tomáš was talking about. There you can engage with me, the other speakers, and the panels. If you're looking on YouTube and Facebook, you can also chat, but that will not be monitored. You can sit there and have fun, of course, and enjoy the show. But if you want to join us and you haven't registered, go to openslava.sk, and you can still register. It takes half an hour to process. You get a tutorial video, and before you know it, you will be walking around with your own custom avatar and engaging with also the other people in there.